Hey, Corn.
Hmm.
You know, I always say streamers suck. Yeah.
In that way.
Well, more and more stuff's coming out slowly but surely about how bad these streamers actually are. And one person that is, I mean, she's a streamer herself. I mean, Emiru is one of the streamers that is kind of benign to me. Like, I don't agree with streamers at all. Like, people who just stream all day, it's like, whatever. I
It's
don't
it's
watch
a
it.
different type of culture now, Mikey.
Yeah. But
Like the,
she's benign. She's doesn't get into controversies usually. If she's into controversy, it's because somebody is coming after her or
mhm.
something is happening to her. Uh, Case in point, TwitchCon, somebody ran up to her. I would hate to be in her situation.
Yeah, there's one thing that I will agree with, with internet shit.
Uh-huh.
Although you becoming like you being a woman, right, and you doing whatever type of content you do,
Mm-hmm.
your rise will go higher than a man.
Yeah.
However, you have more shit you have to deal with on the back end if you get popular.
Yep. But this is besides her getting assaulted at TwitchCon. So she decided to come out and tell some stuff about Mizkif, and apparently he is a psychopath.
Great. More shit.
Yeah.
The Banana Bear Show! Greatest has come again! Hell yeah! The Banana Bear Show! Coloring the sick and the dumb woke. Laughing at them cause we want the smoke. The Banana Bear Show!
So we're gonna kind of go down this Emiru Mizkif rabbit hole that she has decided to come out. She has like a 45-minute long stream that she talks about this crazy psychopath Mizkif, who I always thought was a little weird, but kind of okay because he was outside the streamer like normal people. But apparently, he's even more weird than those people, so they ousted him. Um, yeah, let's jump into it.
I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Ms. Kiff has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not
Yep.
talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself. But like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted me to do this today.
That was my first question. That's always my first question when somebody comes out with drama like this.
Yeah,
It's
why
like,
now?
what? Why now? And why did you wait so long to say it?
Well,
Um,
you can't think. Well, I understand when people say, "Oh, well, Mikey, you're victim blaming," but you have to realize in the internet, the people out there, that when someone acts all goofy, online, you have to realize that, like, okay, maybe that's their personality.
mhm.
And I don't know what's going on with this. I'm bare dry to this. I know who Mizkif is.
Mhm.
I know who One True King was, and that used to be a big thing. That, like, I want to say before us making the Banana Bear show. I watched it, like,
Mhm.
kind of the clips off of YouTube just randomly.
Yeah.
And that's where I found out who Asmongold was, because it, who the fuck cares unless you play, like, WoW, who Asmongold was.
Right.
But I liked him because, oh, he's a goofy kind of character. Because
Yeah.
anybody online, as 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 much as you want to show yourself, like how we do,
Mhm.
there is a certain character that you kind of portray,
Yeah.
to be more animated. You know, us banana bears, we kind of do that, like, you know, showing off, like, like more evidence of this.
Yeah.
But they are making so much money,
Mm-hmm.
and this is
And
a different entity altogether.
and they are untouchable. It seems like at some points in time, like they can do all this stuff,
Because they're
and
making millions.
yeah, it's bad. It is really bad. And if like people are getting away with stuff like this to other streamers who have millions of dollars, just think what they're doing to their fans. Like, and now I'm not saying that Mizkif did anything to a fan or anything, but just I'm gonna let her tell why she's coming out, and then I'm gonna jump to the actual accusation.
Mhm.
But yeah,
That it's not just on a whim or something like that. Okay, so
also note the uncomfortableness and like the tremble in her voice. Like this, it doesn't seem fake. It doesn't seem put on. It is just like true
You
fear
can't tell. You
and
can't tell that though.
I
Like
mean,
in front of a camera, you don't realize how good of an actor someone is. You
I
know,
mean, yeah, that's fair, but also it seems
I,
real to me. That's all I'm
I
saying.
mean, before this, I was doing voice acting, right? So like
Mhm.
my cadence stuff, I could change it.
Mhm.
Yeah. However, because we're on camera, and although I'm not showing my eyes, you could tell like I'm not acting. There's no point to it because this is our content.
Mhm.
You know, I'm trying to be as thorough as I can be. But with women, it's a lot easier to find out if this is a fake thing. We've called it out before. We've seen
Mhm.
the fake ones and we've seen the real ones. So I'll be the judge of this, Mike.
That's fair.
I'll be
like I
the judge.
said, I took a lot of notes, so forgive me if I just end up reading off my notes. The first and probably most severe reason is that one of the rules that I set for myself a long time ago about withholding this information was that if I ever felt like somebody else was in danger or being hurt, I would then make myself speak about it. And 2 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago now, I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me. And someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything. I think that most issues and dramas should stay private and off the internet. And I still hold that belief to this day, and I will hold that belief going forward. However, there are certain things that cross the line, and I say that the line has been crossed too many times to be count.
A lot.
There's a point where I believe that people deserve to know.
And you know the sad thing, Asmongold knows.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
He was probably the first one to know, and so we should do a video on this before on the One True King thing,
Mhm.
because they had a lot of people, like a lot of people, and a lot of people like satellite around them.
Mhm.
That now you're seeing that they're all fucking crazy, most of them, and the ones that aren't really crazy, like Asmongold, he's just weird, like how he lives, but it's not like he's not a bad person.
Mhm.
I don't think he is. I've
I
never
mean-
seen that. He's so
Right.
like honest with the bullshit that he's done. When people like fucking try to slay him, he's like, everything's on video.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. You know, like saying like he's a killer because he gave his mom like cigarettes when she was on oxygen.
That's stupid.
It's that is not something like, yeah, you could wave that around as a bad thing, but that's not like something to condemn a guy for being a bad person for trying to care for his mom. That's his mom. His mom's telling him something. Yeah, she's probably gonna die. You know, I understand that, and once again, like he knew about this, but I guarantee you he didn't say anything because she said no. I want to
Yep.
be the one, and I commend him for that. I don't think I could ever do that.
Yeah.
I would have to hint something like, I would have to there would have to be a blow to Mizkif from Asmongold. And he probably has by like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the whole Woodrow King thing is, if that's still going on.
I don't think so. I think kind of, but it's more just kind of in name only.
They invest so much money into that thing, dude.
Yeah.
I think that at a certain point, if you know a lot of things about someone and you don't say anything to look out for others, it's wrong. It's wrong to keep it to yourself. I don't want what happened to me or what has happened to other people because of him to happen to other people. And I don't believe he will ever stop behaving the way he does. But regardless, yeah, like I said, one of the main reasons I decided to do this stream is to come out about all of this because I can't hold on to it any longer because it feels wrong to do so. And an honorable mention reason for why I'm doing this is that for a while, he has been indirectly threatening me through my friends and people that I work with. They've informed me that he said that if I ever talked about anything he did, he would try to create a smear campaign against me in retaliation. I was told that he even approached other streamers who were close with us back when we lived together, asking them if they would join with him, and they all refused.
So even the streamers that I think are crazy, that I don't like, realize that he is crazy.
Well, yeah, and plus, like, once again, I don't know what happened.
Right.
But what team would you be? The one that is, you know, this Mizkif that's just established, or you know, her? She's bigger.
Well, yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Mizkif brought her in,
Mhm.
and I remember this because they brought her in, and everyone liked her because she did cosplay and all this stuff,
Mhm.
and they were trying to have her. Oh, she's going to do something sexual like the other ones. No, she was just still just content, which is hard for a woman to do nowadays.
Yep.
And that's why I give kudos to her, other than her voice gets annoying. It's kind of like RFK. Oh, he talks like this. I'm just like, okay, awesome dude, but can you like just tell me?
Well, what's funny is she actually strains her voice to do that. I've heard so.
Yeah.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me.
Yep.
Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him.
That's not a good strategy, dude.
No, but that's also like, wow.
It's a dumb strategy. Like, to me, like, if you're going to go for gusto, like, I get, we all know, with Hassan, animal cruelty, you're fucked. But the whole rabbit thing, like, what justification do you have other than they died? Like, rabbits die.
I'm sure he's probably listening now, and it's probably going to come as quite a shock to him that this information made its way back to me and that I've known for months. But if you try to threaten me to stay quiet, especially using my poor dead animals, I'm not going to stay quiet.
It's nuts.
Okay.
So real quick, he offered her to move in with him in 2021 and help her stream and be part of OTK and all that stuff. Eventually, they got into a relationship, she said, and this is kind of where we're at now. And she's going to kind of go through the beginning intro of it.
And wanted to help me feel safe from stalkers and wanted me to succeed as a teammate. And we grew very close over time, and I was very dependent on him for feelings of safety, social life, like my stream, my
Guy's 5'3". What the fuck is he gonna do?
job, everything.
Just saying.
So yeah, besides it being a very codependent relationship, the start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree who I was friends with, and even when I would stream.
Yep.
So when it was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised
I don't like it when you throw bottles at me, Mikey.
very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me.
So some context behind this, if you haven't seen him kind of lose his cool on stream, which he does it a lot. Like, I don't watch him, and I've seen at least 3 or 4 clips of him just completely straight up losing his cool, and like crazy Mizkif comes out.
I thought that was all an act, but I haven't watched him in years. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Apparently it's not. I thought that too, but
To get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident, and I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident. Like, you know, of course I'm not gonna think that, you know, he's. Yeah, I just.
This is the beginning, by the way.
At the time, I just kind of was, you know, I just brushed it off, and looking
by beginning, first couple of months is what they're saying.
back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing my boundaries, if that makes sense. So that was already kind of starting to show signs within the first 6 months of me and him being close, and then again, a very public situation. The end of 2022, the cover-up allegations happened. I mean,
So that's where he covered up sexual assault from somebody else. If you remember that, I think it was Slicker.
Yeah, it was the guy that was dating that porn star.
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, all that's public. You can find all that. See, like what I said during that.
I only know
everything.
that because of Asmongold. Asmongold, like, out of nowhere flew in and said, no, this is wrong, because he didn't know about it, and people wanted to cover it up, and he's like, no. And I think that's where I got like the respect to this weird guy, because he's like, no, we're not doing that. Everything's out in the open, and you know, even though it's gonna tank my fucking brand, I'm not gonna let this go on.
I was because of him. If
Seems
we're live
reasonable.
at separate times, we're both gonna perform better. You know, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
So we go on a little further, and she's kind of showing how this progressed, especially whenever it came to streaming wise. So she started getting more popular than him, and he started complaining to her because she was getting more popular than him. And
What did he fucking think was gonna happen?
Yeah. He's like, don't stream on certain days. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like, started doing stuff like that.
Like anybody, like for example, if we knew like 2 women, right, that had the same like verbiage as us or something like that,
Yeah.
and they were making Women Banana Bear Show, guess what? After 6 months, those women are going to do better than us.
Yep.
Because they're women and they have
Yep.
this like, oh, it's better eye candy for them to make fun of people. Yeah, obviously. However, there could be no Banana Bear women.
But
Allow that.
yeah, we were never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of like things like events or sponsors or like, you know, just special things for a very long time. And a lot of you guys probably noticed that I would only usually stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That was his stream room. He intentionally chose the door that was right by my room.
It's actually the most inconvenient door of all the
I feel
doors
like
that he
that's
could have
pretty
left.
Apparent, at least to me. He starts walking behind my stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up. So even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening. And he slams it so hard and so many times that the front door literally broke. The lock did not work anymore.
So somebody that's supposedly supposed to be keeping her safe broke her lock on her front door, on the front door.
It didn't work for months, and it would just make this horrible sound that I would have to hear like every fucking day. But anyway, so I hear him back there doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
There's clips of
So
this.
I tell
by
my
the way.
stream, I'm like, hey, guys, I'll be right back. I get up and I go talk to him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, Emmy, like, I hate all of you guys. Like, all you guys do is just take from me, and like, I'm just done. Like, I'm just done. And I was like, is this like really happening because of rush drops? And he was like, I don't know what else to do. He was like going off on me, like basically saying that
He was mad because she had more streamers than him during a rush drop, which drops on Twitch. People, like, I do it too. It's a free thing that you get for watching X amount of hours. I'll turn it on and I will minimize the freaking window, or I'll put it behind other windows I'm looking at, just so I can get the drop. Everybody does it. It inflates numbers. It's good for the people that participate in the drop, but it's not true numbers. So
hated me. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. And he was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong. And
That's what matters.
So move forward, she realizes that it's a horrible relationship, and she keeps trying to break up with him and can't. And then it comes to the point where he finally comes up with the idea somehow. I'm not exactly sure. She's kind of vague about that. So she's like, okay, I'm going to move out. Go, bye, see ya. And then that's where we're at.
he asked to come over to my house and talk for closure.
Also, other stuff has happened between the time we last were listening to her and now. So if you want to catch all of that, I go watch her stream.
He came to my house, and I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high, because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying, without checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but like, I just felt this pressure, like I had
This is
to
making me feel weird.
try to keep things together, if that makes sense.
Accommodating a psycho.
Yeah, I felt like I'd cause trouble for so many other people if I ever said anything bad about him, or if I caused rifts in our friend group or streamer group.
Thoughts?
Okay, so that's a tricky situation.
Yep.
I it is, because he could have, in his mind, he could have thought, okay, because he was with her before, right? So he thought he had the pass to go Shazam, but he didn't. So when
Right.
she screamed, instead of it being like, oh, I'm sorry, it's my fault, because he's a defensive person, he's like, now I feel like I did something bad, and left. So I can't say that's like, oh, trying to take advantage, because he did stop.
Yeah.
And, if they're not in a relationship and he thinks he's already the bad guy, he's going to be like, oh, now I feel like I'm a bad guy now, and then leaves. Because he's probably autistic too. I don't know. I'm
You
just
see
saying,
part
like,
of
a
the
lot of these,
90%.
yes, a lot of these guys are, man.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. And, oh, yeah, we've seen him in relationship with other people,
Hmm.
and it's always ended pretty bad.
Yeah.
So for this and her screaming, I can't say that's like, oh, a demon act, blah, blah.
Right.
It's a man that doesn't know when to stop, but he also went there to do
Mhm.
that probably.
Yeah.
Because I'm a guy, I know
Yeah.
that, oh, you're going to talk to your ex and maybe you want to alleviate the awkwardness. Once again, I didn't listen to everything that happened.
And it's
But-
it's with the added context of I'm gonna take you down and saying stuff even to like up to this day, like don't say anything. And
He knows he did. He knows he fucked up.
yeah.
But now it'd be different if he went up to her and be like, "Look, I'm sorry, I misread
Mm-hmm.
what our situation."
What, be a man?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
after this situation, I'm not saying that day, but the next one or the next time he talked to her, saying, "Look, I understand I fucked up."
Yep.
On that, I thought we had something, and I'm sorry. Even if she didn't accept it, he did the man thing to do.
Yep.
I tried to stay on good terms with him and hold everything in, and also I still cared about him a lot, and I still at that point had hope that things would get better, and that he would improve. And he'd also always hammer into me.
Have you guys known
how
somebody that this
he
has happened to
never
before?
physically abused me because he never hit me, and he would coach me and tell me to tell people or other streamers who were asking about it because they
Yeah.
were concerned. He would say, tell them that I never hit you. Make sure that they know that I never hit you.
Very normal thing to coach somebody to say.
Okay, that's different, man.
Yeah.
You have to tell someone that one, you're a piece of shit because you did hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's another like thing that like, oh, he didn't do it and he doesn't want to be betrayed that same way.
He comes out and
Still-
talks about it. I've got a quick clip from that here at the
Okay,
end.
because I'm like, dude, like, you don't go out and say, hey, just to let you know, don't tell people that I hit you.
Yeah.
Why would you need to do that?
Yeah, which I don't think he actually ever hit her,
It doesn't matter.
but
If
he adjacently. I just want to clarify. If you
You
go
can
back and
mentally
listen
fuck
to it.
somebody up, bro.
Yes.
It's
yes.
so easy, especially with someone that. Now I hate the fact when people are like, "Oh, they used his position to get me to go to bed with him." One,
Yep.
you're a fucking adult. You can go to bed with anyone you want. You can't blame him for that.
Yep.
Now, if you're in a situation where they're not grooming, but molding you
Yep.
into, hey, you know that thing that you think was bad? Well, it wasn't that bad. And I want you to make sure you tell everyone I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know you did something bad. Instead of taking responsibility for it or, oh, all right, I'm going to change. I would hate for you to tell everybody this because I want to change it. But like, like a give and take.
Mhm.
Because I would understand if he was a piece of shit and he realized he was a piece of shit. Hey, don't tell anybody I was a piece of shit because I'm fixing that part
Right.
and showing it. And you don't want the layman's thing to come out when you're already still a piece of shit. I understand that kind of. It's still a dirt bag
Yeah.
thing to do, but it's more understandable. Like, it's like kind of like you're dating your girlfriend and you're with your buddies and you say what your girlfriend did that was pretty bad, right?
Mhm.
Because it's bothering you. Forever, your friends will remember that bad thing your girlfriend did. So when you guys are doing another situation, they're like, "Why are you still with her? She did that to you."
Yeah, it's scummy because he's more worried about his image than actually what he did and how she is.
Well, I don't want to use that narcissist word, but certain narcissists
Yep.
do that when they are using people. And you become a big streamer, unless you have this, no fucks given attitude like Asmongold.
Mhm.
You have other people that you have to, okay, how can I use this person for blah, blah, blah. When we were getting bigger, Mikey, a lot of people were asking, hey, do you want to be in our show and all that stuff. And one thing you have to like remember when you're doing collabs is like, okay, how can I do this? Like, is this going to affect me badly? Because you're now looking at people and their stuff like, oh, this is a pro or con, not that they're people and you're doing a favor.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if that's making any sense to anybody out there.
It makes
When
sense.
you're in a relationship with somebody, it's kind of different. You're making it more physical and, emotional, not like a business. This isn't business anymore if they were in a relationship.
Yep.
No matter how much they want it to be a business, it's not business anymore.
Funny that you mentioned business, because then we skip ahead. Some other stuff happens. Watch the stream if you want to. This is another allegation that happens that's mixing business and their relationship. So we go to OnlyFans. I'm sure you've heard that before. We've talked about it. That's the guild they had with the hardcore WoW scene. Well, they get into that, and they're both streaming in it. And he starts pushing her. He's like, don't do tank. Don't do tank. You can do anything else but tank. I'm doing that. Oh, you're gonna blah, blah, blah. And she brings receipts. And it's just him berating her over and over and over again while she's on stream.
Like, first it wasn't anything weird.
It's just that you can go through and read all these yourself, but it's just...
Jesus Christ, man.
Bro's
Yes.
got issues. I mean, I've been down bad, but 40 times?
40 times. Text message her 40 times in one stream.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
This is not someone who loves or cares about you.
He's trying to get her to be amicable and everything. It's crazy. Surely the 41st time.
Usually when somebody's writing you a book, that's usually a bad sign.
Yeah, it's like something broke. I want to be tank. I want to be tank. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not going to talk, by the way, about like anything about this beyond what she's going to talk about unless I'm getting mentioned. Just so you guys know. Just out of respect for her privacy. Obviously.
And that's why he refused to talk about it the entire time.
I know a lot of you guys want to know more, but that's just what's going to happen.
It's not his story to tell.
That's why I never said anything. Because I
Keep in
knew
mind-
this day would come.
This is only things that he sent to me. I can't document all the things that people told me that he was saying. And, it's just kind of a funny side note, I guess. I would like to highlight this message
Which one?
because,
Oh, God.
it doesn't really matter. But I ran it through
No!
a ChatGPT checker.
No!
So if you don't realize what that is a thing that he wrote to her, and she ran it through a ChatGPT detector to see how much of it was written by ChatGPT. And the more red that bar gets, the more of it was probably written by ChatGPT. Just FYI.
And all the highlights, like I said,
The
it doesn't
AI
really matter.
reader.
I just thought it was interesting.
Who knows, right? It's a mystery.
But,
It's a bad sign if somebody sends you a note that is written by ChatGPT, like 80 to 90%. That means they're just trying to send you stuff that
Like, why?
will get them what they want.
Like, why?
Yeah. Like I said at first, the messages were just simple things, like him saying he was worried about things, or saying no one was patient, and we would be fine going to the same events and parties and such. I thought I'll just let him have his space, I'll have my space. It's not a deal.
Sure.
Where I was aware that he would be there, and I thought it'd be fine. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal. Nick was like, "It's too fucking loud down here. Let's go upstairs. No one's upstairs. Let's just go, chill in a room."
I was not.
So this ended up being like, she went upstairs to get away from him, and he just come upstairs, beat on the door, bolted in, and goes, "Boo," and then leaves. And then later on, the friend that he was with talked to Emiru and was like, "I'm so sorry that happened." That's how weird it was. Like, the friend that Mizkif was with apologized to Emiru because it was freaking weird. So
Psycho doesn't know it's psycho until.
yeah, I mean, it's just, it's stuff like that. And I'm gonna jump over to this
Kaio
video.
Shibuya, some of you guys might know who she is, reveals the harassing messages Mizkif sent her after she criticized his disrespectful actions in Japan, as well as condoning his community. I want to let you guys know I have her leveled up and maxed out in the Pirate Yakuza game. I played that game a lot, and I beat the whole thing. I did all the stuff in it. It was really
Of course, Asmongold. So she comes out.
You gotta love it. Like, just so you know, this game we played.
Yeah, apparently he harassed, but the real reason I want to point this out is just in case somebody hasn't seen some of the weird crap he does. Asmon kind of highlights it.
Oh, he muted it.
His
Did he?
His old girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
They shaved her head for.
Oh no, I think it muted itself.
A goal.
Sorry about this. I'm trying to get this to work.
A goal.
That viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning. I don't have more viewers when I'm doing sponsors at my desktop.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset when I succeed.
No, okay.
Here's a black eye.
No. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you.
Now you get furious.
Yeah, I used to legitimately get fucking pissed because I'm like, are you fucking serious? I brought this bitch into the world, and now all of a sudden she's fucking growing faster than I was. Because I was going like this, and she was going like
And the thing is that, like, if he felt this way, the problem is that you acted on it. Like, people can think that this is endearing and everything, and it's, like, kind of funny, and it's, like, it's in a way relatable. But the problem is you acted on it. You actually did stuff, and you negatively affected people because of it, right?
this. And I'm like, what the hell is this crap? What is going on here? It's the fucking Babsity effect.
Yeah.
So I was pissed. I'm like,
The fact that
you were
can
such a
say
pussy.
that-
Absidy?
The fact that
I don't
you
even know
can
what
say
that
that
is.
and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that. Like, that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
And guess what? I
Yes.
don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore.
Yikes. That, just more evidence. So Mizkif came out
In
and
recent news,
talked about
after
it.
Emiru come out with serious allegations against Mizkif. If you guys missed that video link in the description or end of the video. In the latest update, Mizkif come out.
These videos, obviously go check out Emiru's stream herself, or you can check out Asmongold. He re-streams the whole thing and adds his commentary on it. And this is StreamerTV, so you can go check them out as well.
And admits to controlling Emiru in the following clip.
In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said,
Though, to be clear, that's good advice.
Yes.
Because one, if you wear pajamas, you're going to get a certain viewer base that you don't want.
Yep.
Talk about past, relationships. Oh, she has relationships. She doesn't have those anymore. Now I could go for it. You got a different type of stalker.
Yep.
I get what he's saying on this. However, it probably is going to fall, isn't it?
said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I didn't. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man. The last
that's fake crying, but okay.
Months of this relationship, things got extremely toxic.
And I'll tell. Okay, so if anyone wants to know if someone's crying or not, if you can't control crying, your nose starts getting wet because your tear ducts, right?
Yep.
I don't see that.
I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space.
Mizkif claims most of what Emiru said was false and admits he was a horrible boyfriend to Emiru and Maya.
I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false, but I do hope nothing but the best for her. I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation and hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself.
This would have been better if it wasn't thrown out first.
Yep. If allegations...
If he said this first before any of the allegations, even if that makes him a piece of shit, if he threw it out before she did, it would have been fine.
Not just for me, but for the people around me.
In response, Mizkif addressed the allegations during a Twitch livestream on the same day. He apologized to Emiru, explaining that they had broken up for about a month before reconciling. He described an incident where they cuddled and kissed, and upon advancing further, Emiru yelped, prompting him to immediately stop and leave. Mizkif expressed regret for not apologizing at the time and wished he had done so. Mizkif also shared details about his relationship with Emiru, stating in the following: "During those last few months where we were fighting, we were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress, and we were both agreed we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years, we should see what we want, and Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this." Mizkif also claimed Emiru had written that she wanted him to marry her, and that she wants kids with him in the next 5 years, stating in the following: "One day, after staying over Emiru's house, Emiru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that I was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we..."
Like, okay, so the win con for like any dude, I don't care how successful you are, is those things. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I know some people, like guys, don't think that, but that's the win con, right?
Yeah.
And then him handing it back, I can't do that. What are you going to do with your life, you fuck?
"He had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I don't know, feels like there are way more reasons to believe Emiru and not Mizkif here. Saw a clip video where they were both streaming Rust. Mizkif visibly got annoyed, presumably because of her view count being higher. He ended his stream, and a little later, you see Emiru in distress, / getting scared by random bangs in the house. I also don't see what the F Emiru would gain by lying when she's already more popular. If any friends of Mizkif, who's been around when they were together, steps forward and defends Mizkif, that'll be the only slight doubt I'd have if what the friends say makes sense at all, and can be proven in a way. Emiru seemed to have a lot of proof, especially with the weird messages from Mizkif. Do what Asmongold said, FK off and retire, Miz. Genuinely one of the worst responses to drama I've ever seen live streamed. He basically just admitted to everything and just went the it wasn't that bad route. Dude really said, she was also violent, she would throw plushies at me. Gee.
What?
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Oh, I've been abused so long.
Yeah.
She took a stuffed animal and threw it at my face.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
the Kirby's.
Asmongold thinks Mizkif should release his info on other streamers. Says only issue is he's a known liar.
What damning information found on a bunch of streamers is Mizkif going to drop? He says he's going to go scorched earth. If Miz is going to release information that's going to make streamers look bad, or bad information or bad things that streamers did, then I think that he should do that. Because ultimately, and this is my opinion, right? If somebody actually did something bad, and the problem, see, here's the problem with Miz, right? Is that he's a liar.
He's a liar, and everybody knows it. So anything that he says...
Well, that was his gimmick, too, of being a liar.
Apparently, that's real.
Yeah, well, I mean, to do a good gimmick that you've been doing, like, since you started, you have to put, like, you're just making yourself, like, more,
Yeah.
you know, more animated of those certain things. So, yeah. So, because in his life, oh, he's a lying, scheming, little Napoleon rage person that, oh, if I don't get what I want. And sure enough, it seems like that's the case.
Is probably going to be a lie. But assuming that it's not, assuming that some things can be verified by a second source or whatever, and it's not just him showing some screenshots or something like that, but assuming that there's actual provable evidence that somebody did something wrong, yeah, I think we should know about that. Do you see?
100%. And with that, we're going to call this an episode. I hate streamers. As a general rule, there are a few good ones out there, but that's saying not very much.
Yeah. Sadly.
Form, do you have any closing thoughts?
Man, one, online relationships are like fucking toxic to begin with.
Yeah.
Because you're a personality online. You automatically have a fan base, right?
Yep.
So, say, for example, Mikey, I don't consider myself like somebody that, known as. My girlfriend at the moment has way more followers than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's another country.
Yeah.
So, technically, if you take that and divide it, she's still bigger. But, like, at my biggest, I was making more money. Right?
Yeah.
I will never talk about my shit and her shit together because they don't go together.
Right.
And I dated her when I didn't know she had this big fan base. You know? And she didn't know I had this. Like, it was more like I was surprised.
Yeah.
So, in doing so, her public figure, like, her and me, we don't mix. Like, she'll never put me on her shit.
Right.
And I'll never put her on my shit. Because it wouldn't work. Right?
Yeah.
Once we did that, it would have to be a established thing where, like, I don't know, like, it's already marriage involved, where like a stream thing couldn't break us up.
Yeah.
But, like, he
Don't-
did it twice.
Yeah. Don't poop where you eat.
Don't poop. Yeah, don't eat where you poop, and don't poop where you eat.
Yeah. That's, if it's going to be a business
Especially if you're a
transaction.
streamer.
If it's a business transaction, make it a business transaction. Do not get involved. And once you get involved, cut the business transaction. If you can't handle it, Mizkif cannot handle that kind of transaction. So he needs to stop, which he says he's going to be single, apparently for the rest of his life.
Doesn't mean he's not gonna, go out there and do stuff. If you're
Yep.
single, you still need to get the ham wallet.
Yeah. That's bad. I hate streamers. And with that, we will see. Wait. I got to say like, comment, and subscribe. And leave a comment. Tell us who your most hated streamer is.
Banana Bear Show, you guys don't do it anymore.
There is no correct or incorrect answer. Anyone you leave down there, I will thumbs up and be sure, even if it's Banana Bear Show. But we don't stream, so ha. And with that, we'll see you next one. Bye.
And he did screaming his poo-filled cries. Cyrax covered in scabs with bedbugs lies. The Banana Bear Show! Subscribe and buy a t-shirt. Lockout coverage makes you laugh till it hurts.